Hey, welcome back to RCR Horsemanship. I'm Cory Furlong, and today I am back with Lani to show you guys the next step in introducing liberty to a new horse. So in our last video, we learned to control the direction and catch the eye. Now, Lani has done that on both sides now. She's doing pretty good. She's pretty consistent. I am going to show those steps to start off with, just so that we see where she's at. And then we're going to start with our next step, which is drawing the eye and shoulder. So let's just get right into it and see how she does. All right, so just to recap what we did last time, we're gonna control the direction. I wanna be able to change my directions, make sure that that's going pretty good. Now, one thing that I learned about Lani with working with her for a little bit in the last couple days is she really has it ingrained in her brain that she has to run around the outside of this round pen and not think too much. So the liberty work has been a little bit tougher for her, but I think it's really good for her brain and getting her to kind of quiet down and think a little bit. So I can control my direction. Now I'll catch the eye. Very good. That's gotten quite nice. So the next step that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a kind of C-shaped motion around my horse to try to drive them up into my back. This is gonna draw the eye and shoulder to me. This is the first idea of following me. So when I start to add pressure, she may run off, and if that happens, I'm just gonna go back through my steps, make sure that my direction is controlled, catch the eye, and try again. But my ultimate goal is that I'm gonna get my horse on the inside of the round pen, and she's gonna be on the inside of the round pen looking at me, and I'm gonna be on the outside. So the way that I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna point my whips kind of past her hip and walking away from her head. And I just wanna see if she'll kind of yield that hip and keep looking at me. Now, if I lose that eye contact, then I'm gonna just try to catch that eye again. Good, there, that was really nice. So notice how when she moved her hip away and she stayed looking at me, she responded nicely to that pressure. She stayed looking at me, which was amazing, and I drop my whips and I just walk away a little bit. That's very good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Now, I'm in a kind of an odd situation here that I don't have a lot of room on the edge of that round pen. I'm not gonna change what I do because I don't have the room. I'm gonna try it anyway, just the way that I did, and see if she can figure out to just kind of move her shoulder away a little. Good, that was nice. So if she ends up doing just like a little side pass, that's okay. My goal is to offer my shoulder or my back. Good. All right, we lost her, and that's pretty normal, so I'm just gonna go back to controlling the direction. And look, she's already questioning what she should do. She's already looking in saying, wow, that was a way better place to be. So this is really great progress for this horse. So I'll go back to catching the eye. Good, I'll give her a little pause here. And then I'm gonna go back to what I call that C-shaped motion to draw the eye and shoulder to me. So I'm going kind of past the hip, walking away from the head, but adding just a hint of pressure behind that hip to see if that hip can move. Good, good thoughts. Oh, we'll see if we can catch the eye. And oh, good girl. So the way that I think about these steps is I want to go from 1, 2, 3, up to 5 when I get there. And if I start to lose the horse, I'm gonna backtrack down my steps the best that I can. So right now, we've controlled the direction, caught the eye, and we're drawing the eye and shoulder. If I lose my horse while I'm drawing the eye and shoulder, I'm gonna go back to catching the eye before I go to driving her around again. Because I don't want her to be halfway thinking about me and feel like she kind of got reprimanded and she has to run around even though she was still thinking about me. I want to give her that opportunity to come back to me like she just did here. So we'll go ahead and try that again. So make a bit of a C shape around towards that hip. She's maintaining eye contact, that's good. Like I said before, oh, okay, I don't know if the camera could pick that up, but I got just a muscle twitch. I got a muscle twitch where she was moving her hip away and her eyes stayed on me. I wanted to reward that thought, especially for a horse that's struggling to maintain attention to me. Even that muscle twitch is huge. So I'm really okay with just that. I hope the camera is able to pick that up. Good, very nice. Good. I want my horse to feel like they're allowed to make mistakes. I don't want them to be worried. If they go to run off, that's totally their choice. I just want it to be a little bit easier to do this stuff. So that's why I'm going to go back to trying to catch that eye right away. If she still doesn't and she gets all the way to the outside of the round pen, then I'll go ahead and control the direction. So the first time she disconnected, she ran right off. She was fully disconnected. So I went back to controlling the direction. The second time I didn't feel like she was totally disconnected. I tried catching that eye. It worked, and she didn't actually fully disconnect. Good. Oh, come on, try. Nope, she disconnected. So by changing directions there, she disconnected. So we're gonna drive her around. You can see her kind of questioning though. She does want to come in. That's a great sign. Keep going. So every time she kind of pauses, look at, she's got an ear on me, she's got an eye on me. This is a very different horse than the last time we worked with her. Catch that eye. Very good. Very good girl. Give her a little pause. Not too long, just enough for her to relax and think. She's maintaining eye contact. I like that. Good. That's great. That's a great start. So what I'm noticing is the place that she's disconnecting is when she actually goes to be in the middle of the round pen, probably because she's so used to being on the outside and running away from people on the outside, that's a really weird spot for her to be. But when we get it, it's going to be really rewarding because I can see how tough this is for her. Good, great. Very nice. I would love for her to get comfortable enough to just kind of move that rib cage out to that center and move off that rail, but she's there, it was a good thought. Got a hint of that sideways motion. This is definitely tough for her. This is a great horse to be able to see this on because she's not necessarily making it easy on me. Very good. Very good. Very good. So see how we're starting to get, I'm on the outside and she's on the inside. This is going to be my first step of her thinking about following me. And hopefully what this will turn into is that we don't need to do this circle around each time, but that when I catch her eye and I kind of back up into the center of the arena, she should just kind of follow me. But this is the best way I've found to get that idea of following me. She's able to maintain eye contact. Good girl. Good girl. Check that out. How cool is that? Good girl. Doesn't matter how many times I've done this. It's cool every time. It's very rewarding when a horse like this just decides that they understand, they can trust you. They're gonna think, oh, we almost had that. Oh, that was cool. She's so close. Good girl. Let's try that again. It's not surprising that she wants to go back to that old habit that she has of just running around the outside, but it's pretty cool to see her start to think, realize that being with me might not be all that bad. So notice how each time I'm getting just a little bit more bold with my ask. I don't want to coddle her forever, make her get more and more worried or anything like that. You know, sometimes we get so stuck on a step that we kind of coddle our horse too much, and I don't want her to get too stuck. I want her to build some confidence in me pretty quick. So each time that I have a good success, I'll be just a hint more bold in how I ask for it. Good girl. Still giving a lot of good releases though. If you guys can see that. Each little try, there's a great try. Good girl. Very nice. Good girl. Good. And I'm going to give her a little pause on that. So I'm actually just going to set my whips down and I'm going to walk away and give her just a little rest. And we'll come back when she's ready for the next step. Good girl. All right, so we took a little bit of a break with Lani, and I'm gonna go ahead and do these steps again and see if I can get her following me. So breaks are incredibly important when doing this work because we really want the horses to desire working with us, and overworking them in the process really doesn't make it that any more desirable. So taking good breaks when you get something really good, and as you saw at the end of that last little session, she offered to follow me when I put my whips down, which was pretty cool. So we're gonna see if we can get to that point again. You can see that she's already looking to come in, which is a great sign. That's really what I wanna see, is that my horse is really looking to come in. They want to be with me because it's worked pretty well for them so far. But I'm still gonna make it my decision, so now it's my choice. I would like you to look at me. Good girl, very nice. I'll let her breathe on that for a second. There. I'm gonna loop around with that C shape again, and look at that, from that distance, she's already thinking, oh, she's gonna turn into me, she's gonna move that hip, she's gonna look at me. That is a great sign from this horse. Good, good, and she's already positioning herself to go into the center of the round pen. So what we just did really made a difference with this horse. Good. Now I love those steps coming into me, not going away from me. That means that she is thinking to be with me, not thinking about being out there. That's huge. She's a very smart horse. Good, check that out. How cool is that to have her just come right up to me? And that's what we're looking for. So drawing the eye and shoulder just means that we want our horse to look at us and follow their brain, basically. If they're looking at us, then they're thinking about us, right? And then if they follow what they're thinking, that means their feet should move towards us. So drawing that eye and shoulder. And my hope is that if I do this little C shape, good, that she might just come along with me. Good girl, and she might follow me. How cool is that? What a great horse. Good job. And what a huge difference from where we started and her being so nervous. Check that out. How cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very cool. I'm telling you, it just never gets old. I could do this a million times, and it's special each time a horse decides to do that. That's very cool. Great job. Beautiful. Good. So notice how once she starts walking with me, so I'm using that C shape to draw her in, but if she starts walking, if I walk away and I keep my whips low, oop, we are gonna stay on the same eye. Oh, come on, babe. Oh, that's too bad. That's okay. But if she starts walking with me, I'm just gonna walk away from her and give her that opportunity to just come and go for a little walk with me. Now, what you'll start noticing is if you're getting this kind of good, your horse won't just stop and look at you, but they'll turn in when you go to catch the eye, which she just did for us, which was pretty cool. Now, a big piece of this, good girl, I wish I could walk further away from her. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I got so distracted by how much I love this horse and how great she's being. Good, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Nice job. Good. Good. Very nice. So she's willing to follow me like this. That's a great place to be. So the next step that we're gonna do is we're gonna do this on the other side. So I'm not gonna go to this step until I can catch the eye on the other side really well. What I've been doing is I've been starting everything on this side and then doing it again on the other side for her. So that's why you're gonna see a lot of me working on this side. When I go to change sides, some trainers might tell you to just start from the beginning, start over, just, go on the outside of the round pen and change eyes and catch the eye, do the whole thing again. What I'm gonna do that's a little bit different is I wanna give this horse the opportunity to stick with me, and I'm gonna try at this stage to not push her out of my space almost at all until this is really solid, because I want her to want to be with me. So what I'm gonna do is right now I'm facing her, I'm facing away from her, right? Facing her hip. I'm going to bring my whips, lead with my whips. I'm gonna do what we call a reverse switch. So I'm going to turn to my right. So right now, I'm left shoulder, right? Left shoulder right now. I'm gonna turn to my right and just see if I can get onto her other side. Good. Now, since she's a gentle horse, she is letting me on this side, which is great. So once I'm on this side, then I'm gonna start that C shape again on this side and see if she'll think about just sticking with me, because some horses will be in tune with you enough that they will just stick with you. Good girl. Now, you guys saw she tried to switch eyes. This is a really big deal with Liberty work. I don't want my horse to choose to switch eyes. So this is where that control the direction is a really big deal. If I pick a direction, they're gonna go that direction. If I pick an eye, they're gonna stay on that eye. And one big reason that we don't want them to switch eyes is I'm gonna get smacked in the face if they start switching back and forth, and that doesn't feel good, right? No, it doesn't, you're right. So it's not just because, I want my horse to listen or something like that. I don't want my horse to be pushing into me and changing eyes just for my own personal safety. But what's gonna happen is if they get really confident on one side, they're gonna wanna switch to that other eye. And I just wanna stay really solid no matter what, that no, you're gonna go on this new eye. You don't have to worry about it. We're gonna stay on this new eye. Good. And it's not a big deal. But they get so confident on that one side that you go to switch and they might be a little bit less confident and they'll try to switch eyes back and forth. They'll also do that when you go to control the direction. So don't be surprised if you really have to control that direction again. And see, yeah, they just might go back and forth. You have to control that direction, but they have to stay on that eye. But I want to give her the opportunity. Good. I want to give her the opportunity to do this without pushing her around. If she's willing to change eyes and I don't have to push her around, that's awesome. But then if she disconnects, she goes off, I'll go ahead and I'll control that direction again. And now my hope is that I should be able to switch sides here, go to that eye, and she might stick with me. Good girl. Maybe we could go for a little walk even. Good girl. Very nice. So hopefully by the end of this, my horse might be following me a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned a little bit. I'm really proud of Lani today. She did an awesome job. So join us in the next video where we will learn to balance the drive and draw, getting closer to building our Liberty Circle. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.